YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with another sneaker talk. My thoughts on the sneaker game in 2023. Go check out that video if you haven't yet. Thank you everybody that's commented on that, and that's also watched that as well. And you know, whether you agree or disagree or whatever, I never get up in my feelings about it because it's just all everybody opinion, everybody entitled to their own opinion, even if you don't agree with me or I don't agree with you or whatever. So it is what it is. It's just all opinion. You know what I mean? I just like to let that be known because man, we're supposed to be having fun, man. Copping kicks. But okay, so today's topic is this one. I recently just kind of literally and a few minutes ago, I'm like, you know what? Since the playoff 8's is dropping, and most of the sneaker guys videos I watch, I had a little something to say about the new 2023 playoff 8 dropping. And my only problem with that sneaker, I don't want to act like that guy that's like all the older retros are always better or whatever. I'm brutally honest as to whether the current retro is better or the previous retro is better. So just since I'm not even really copping the 2023 playoff 8's, the only thing I do like about the 2023 version is the fact that they actually have a red tag on here, a red pull tab. But I don't really see myself spending the money to get them. I mean, unless it's just like some crazy super discount, maybe, and then just like fall in my lap. That might be the only way. But other than that, man, this is another one of those releases where like if you already have the other retro and it's not like falling apart, obviously, you good to go. Now this is the 2013 version. I got these joints from the Nike outlet a long time ago, and it might have actually been in 2013. One of the things with the new pair that I really don't care for is that they have like a two-tone black color. I'm not really feeling that. You know what I mean? It's like, why not just keep it like this? It's like, Jordan Brand, we don't just gave you one job. You know what I mean? Just make it like the original. And this is the first time they actually kept the red pull tab on the 2023 ones. But like I said though, guys, to pay $200 plus just to get a red pull tab, the black one not that bad. The black one not that bad. It's not that deep. It's still a classic sneaker. The people that want to get it, hopefully you guys get it. I don't think it's gonna be slept on or anything. And then back then, 2013, we was at least still getting a retro card, and the retro card even still came with the Nike outlet joint. The only thing was it's just that the box was different, obviously, for the Nike outlet. And then I even still got my receipt. This is from Rosemont, Illinois, 60018. And like I copped these for $150.64. It's barely readable now. November 18th, 2013. I'm not like y'all can read that, but I've showed those just to get that out the way as far as like the comparison stuff, as far as like my choice on it. Hopefully you guys get that, you get the 8's or whatever. I see some of the older guys, or most of the older guys, really the ones that really want it. Older guys being probably 30 plus years old or whatever, maybe even 35 plus years old. And that's what I really want to chime into now. I had left a comment on somebody's video that was talking about how the playoff 8 is basically like a stepchild. Like, why is this sneaker getting treated like a stepchild now? You know what I mean? Now, back when these dropped, these actually sold out. So that's why when these popped up at the outlet, I definitely had to get my hands on them. This back when things used to actually go to the outlet, right? Like actual goods, more like sneakers that sold out. And this before a lot of people even got hip to the outlet and started flipping things from the outlet. And they had to put Nike had to put a limit all on it like years later. But this is before all that. And this is when you could actually call the outlet, because I'm not even from Illinois. I'm from Ohio, dude. Like, what? These sold out back then. And I think it was just a sign of the times as far as like our generation. Like, we got a story with this, and I specifically wrote a comment about it, so I might as well read it. Sign of our generation times. I got the 2013 playoffs from the Nike outlet, but they sold out via retail stores and online back then. I think the younger generation just not into highs that much. They never see MJ play, so they have no memories. The 8 has straps, so it's not easy to put on or take off. It's not a dash shoe or a running shoe. It was a time when the Reebok Kamikaze sold out, the Reebok Shack Attack OG White sold out, but that was back in the early 2010s. Because we understood the story and seen Shawn Kemp, Shaq, and others play. It seems like now, if it ain't the trend, these young people not buying it. So, also too, man, and really what I was saying to that is like basketball sneakers in general, just really not the move. And when you look at something like the 8, it looks like a basketball shoe, like from the 90s. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing because I'm definitely rocking with the 8s, especially an OG colorway that MJ wore. Now, when you dealing with a customer or a younger person that really don't have no memories tied to this, and it's just a shoe, you know what I mean? Whatever the trend is. In some ways, I don't blame them because they couldn't help when they was born or whatever, right? So it's like, can you just imagine just looking at this sneaker and this X amount of dollars, $200+ or whatever, and you know, and you would literally be buying it because of style purposes. You don't have any like memories tied to it. You know, your peers, you didn't see this in school. You know what I mean? You'd be lucky if maybe a retro or something over the 8, depending on when you was born or whatever. You'd be lucky if you even seen this. But I've seen this even back when I was in high school. Not from the OG 8s, but I think that first playoff 8 in like the early 2000s or something like that. That's when I actually first seen these when I was in school. As far as like being old enough to see it. Now, I didn't see the 93 version. If I did, I couldn't tell, you know what I mean? Shoes was shoes back then, right? You know, I was probably in the Spider-Man shoes back then, you know what I mean? Obviously being a little kid. But, you know, looking at this stuff though, man, like if you didn't too much like grow up with it, it's kind of like, don't really remember, whatever. Let me just, if a younger person picked this up, it's either because they really into this because of the style or somebody put them on the game as far as like, what this sneaker means. You know, they seen the backstory and they just really in to kicks like that, you know what I mean? So that's definitely a plus, and it's no bad thing if you're not into these, you know what I mean? It's just a sign of the times. Like if it's not a dash shoe or a running shoe, or if it's not even the trend or the hype, you know. So, and these currently are not the hype.